Stephen A. Stephen A. Smith will give you guys the week one recap. We had a lot of big games. As you guys can see, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Week. Um, we'll get to the incentive check and then we'll get started. We have officially paid everybody this season, so that's always great to stay consistent and show that Stephen A. Smith doesn't have any frauds in the incentives. You will get paid. That is for sure. So incentive check, Oklahoma State is ineligible. What I do to make this thing quick is just pretty much type his name. Type the name of the team, and then we'll keep it rolling. Um, who else? Okay, we got a lot of people. Miami, Oregon, TCU. Nobody communicated anything with me, so it is what it is. Tennessee. Who else? UCLA. All right, cool. All right, so now we'll get to the games. We'll start with the game of the week first, and then we'll get going. Game of the week was TCU and Oregon. They didn't play. Okay, cool. Then it was game of the week. All right, so let's start at the top. Notre Dame and Alabama. I didn't interview neither guy. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I interviewed Alabama. Alabama lost 10-24. So we'll go ahead and hear what he had to say. New coach, a lot of pressure on him to come in and win right away. We know about the history of um, Bama. So let's see what he had to say.
Thanks, Stephen A. And first of all, again, like we usually say, you got to give credit to the opponent. Your man played great, and he definitely deserved the win. There's definitely some frustration on our side. Again, we know we play the game, and sometimes things happen. So for us, there was pretty bad lag in the game. So a lot of the things we had to do, anticipate guys getting open because you knew the throw was coming a little bit late. We missed two pretty easy field goals that kind of put us behind. And outside of that, it's just a lack of execution. Keelan makes a lot of good plays with his legs, but right now, missing some open guys, overthrows, it just puts us in a position where we're behind the sticks. And as a result, like they know first down, we have to run the ball. They get to send the blitz, and then we're behind. So we have to find a way to get some easy first down yards, put us in instead of second and long, some second and shorts. And I think we got maybe a little bit too predictable. And again, we need to execute. I mean, things happen in this game, but at the end of the day, it depends on whether you win or lose. And when you're at a program like Alabama, you're expected to win. So this is a setback. Luckily, it's the first game of the year, so we have a lot of opportunity to correct it. But that's what we need to do. We need to get right in the next couple games because the SEC is the SEC, right? We end our season with Georgia and LSU. So there's no room for error. We need to execute. We need to get in there. We need to play. So, well, this one's on me. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board. We may have to change up our offense. Maybe this offense doesn't work as well here with the players we got. But there's no excuses here. We have a super talented team. We need to get those wide receivers the ball. We need to get out behind the sticks, right? We have a good offensive line. Like I can't sit here and because they had better players, right? We have just as good players, so it is 100% on the coaching staff to get everything out of them. And today was luckily for us, like I said, we got the rest of the season ahead of us, so we'll have to turn the ship around. Thanks, Stephen.
100% agreed. Alabama is one of the best teams on the game. They high rated, and as he mentioned, there's no excuses to lose to Notre Dame. Nick Saban field, all the things that he's done for the team. You have to go in there. You have to go home and get that win. No doubt about it. Georgia Tech beat Minnesota 42-33. Colorado and Texas A&M. This was a great statement game by Texas A&M. They came out ready to go. First half, it was 28-27. Second half, we kind of got out of our rhythm. I don't know what happened that second half. We just stopped doing what we was doing in the first half, and then in the second half, we started doing extra stuff, and it allowed Texas A&M to have a 21-0 third quarter. We did outscore them in the fourth quarter, but that third quarter, giving up the 21 points was just way too much. Total offense, we got out total 577 for 100. Total plays 47-60. We had way over more plays than Texas A&M, but it was the big plays by Texas A&M and the turnovers that really solved this game. If you ask me, 3 interceptions from our young freshman. I expect that early in the year. Not really hard on him right now. As far as 4-star kid, I expect some mistakes in the beginning of the year. Texas A&M quarterback, 3 TDs, 198, 1 interception. That's what you want. If you're Brady Hart, you're a senior now, so it's your time to show what you can do. That's expected. Junior, Texas A&M has a lot of older guys, as I see a lot of juniors and seniors, so they have more experience as opposed to us. Taylor Williams had 248, 2 TDs. This Phillip kid had 111 as well. In the receiving category, Cornell had 5 receptions, 155, 2 TDs. So they played great. They did give up some plays on defense, but they were able to come up with 3 interceptions. 2 came from the strong safety, Earl Macy, as well. So I did interview Texas A&M after the game. He was very emotional. He was very excited to beat a powerhouse, to beat a team like Colorado. We're one of the best offenses in the nation, and he was very excited to make that known that that's something that they did.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me, man. Yeah, we like what we did out there on the field. The defense held it down pretty good. We held it to not that many points in the second half. We kind of zeroed in on your running back because that guy's special, man. He gonna probably be in the Heisman race this year again. And we just try to stop him, limit him to just not killing us, man. Try to hold him under 100 because we know he's gonna get some yards. But receivers played okay. Not too many people were getting open, but the defense is pretty good. Like, we ain't had much time. The blitz is coming. It was pretty good, man. Pretty good balanced game. Until the second half, we just got a couple key runs, and because running game was on all cylinders, both running backs, and it was just great, man. And we look forward to continuing the success, man. And take it next week, man, and just take one game at a time. And good luck to y'all, man, the rest of the way, man. Take it easy.
Appreciate that. Moving on, I do feel like Texas A&M possibly will be one of the last teams this year. They are a playoff caliber team. They keep playing the way that they're playing. Next up we had was Florida and Washington. Didn't interview neither guy, I don't think. Make sure. Nope, but Florida won 38-34. Turnover battle was 1-2. So they did win in the turnover battle. 248, 1 TD, 1 interception. Washington quarterback threw 2 interceptions. They didn't run the ball well. Florida definitely did. This junior running back had one-on-one. Alien. The receivers definitely made plays for Florida. Same as Washington. Their senior wide receiver, Devin Crumpler. He had a very good game. 8 receptions, 201, 1 TD. And they also had 4 different receivers with a TD as well at the least. Their defense was able to make some plays. I just think it just came down to just getting rid of too many turnovers. It was 2-1, and Florida was able to win the game. Close game as well. It was a 4-point game. Moving on, Ohio State beat Ole Miss 45-13. Georgia beat BYU 66-28. South Carolina and North Carolina. South Carolina is a new head coach. Didn't interview him, I don't think. But as we see, he got up 31-6 in the first half. That's big right there. Let's see. We interviewed South Carolina. No, we didn't. Nor did we interview North Carolina. All right. That's OJ. OJ fell short, 22-41. Turnover battle was just way too many turnovers, 7 turnovers. That tells us why they lost the game. 6 came from their sophomore quarterback, very young team. South Carolina was able to not do much. As you guys can see, the stats, the mistakes from North Carolina. 2 interceptions came from their senior cornerback, and then from there they had 4 other guys with the interception at the least. And so that definitely played a key role into that matchup right there. Clemson beat Auburn 37-17. Florida State beat Washington State 59-0. State 59-7. Texas beat Bowling Green 42-17. Oklahoma beat San Diego State 66-10. Nebraska beat Pittsburgh 59-20. Using we had USC fall to LSU 38-19. I did interview USC after the game, so let's take a listen to hear what he had to say after falling to LSU.
Hey, thanks for having me, Stephen. Uh, you know, LSU, another one of the great teams uh, in the in CFL league. Um, you know, I I don't know. I felt like we didn't do enough on the ground game. We didn't get it started. We were using a new playbook, but I mean, that's no excuses. When you go out there, you got to call the X's and O's. Um, the true freshman quarterback felt pretty good out there. We got Carlisle in on a couple of snaps. So I mean, just moving forward, we got to, you know, uh, execute on offense, make sure that we don't turn the ball over, and you got to fight on. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate that, young man. Team as stated, USC is a new team. They're trying to find their way. Gabe Speaks had 216s, 3 TDs. They also had over 100 yards rushing by their sophomore running back, 9 catches coming from their tight end. Their defense made some plays. They came up with a couple of interceptions. Well, no, they didn't. They didn't come up with any interceptions, but their defense was in position to make plays. As we see, a lot of guys on their defense had some tackles. They held USC to 3 points in the first half, and then in the second half, they did give up 16 points, but their offense was still able to consistently score every single quarter. So that's something that you want to see. I did not interview USC. I try to give him a little space in between, as he's more of a businessman and he had a lot of stuff that he's doing. But we're going to have to get him pretty soon. That is for sure. Michigan beat Western Michigan 77-0. Taking a look at the recruiting, a lot of interesting things has been shaping out for everyone in recruiting. Clemson right now is number 1. Michigan, Florida State, Texas, and SMU. That is our top 5 as of right now. No 5-star has signed as of right now. And we'll definitely keep you guys up to date whenever that happens. Taking a look at the college football top 25, as we see Florida State, Penn State, Nebraska, LSU, Clemson, Notre Dame, Georgia, Michigan, UCLA, and Duke. Top 10, SMU, Texas, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Texas A&M, Georgia Tech, Bama, North Carolina, Ohio State, West Virginia, Baylor, Washington, USC, Tulane, and Memphis. Nothing really stand out, as it pretty much still early, so it's nothing really worth overhyping. The players of the week, you got Basil, Montrose. He had 7 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 2 interceptions, 2 pass breakups, 1 forced fumble, and 2 fumble recovery. And then you got Gordon. Move my camera to the left. See what he did. He had 15 carries, 269, 17.9 average, 4 rushing TDs, 4 receptions, 38 receiving yards, 9.4 average. Taking a look at the Heisman, I would assume that Michigan player should be somewhere in the top 5. He's not as of right now. Nothing really changed as far as the Heisman race. Right now, everything is still the same. Penn State have 2 players in the top 5, which is pretty good right there to tell you the type of recruiting that they've been able to do. To have 2 players that's in the top 5 Heisman race. Pretty interesting right there. Taking a look at the games of the week. Games of the week, we got Michigan and SMU. I'm going to take Michigan, especially after seeing one of their guys put up some great numbers. But SMU is Amfish. He reminds me of myself just because he doesn't have a high ranked or high top team. He's going to still come ready to play, so that's one Michigan still has to make sure they get the job done. Georgia and Ohio State, I'm going to take Georgia. Georgia's going to get the win. They're going to get the job done. Washington and Clemson, I'm going to take Clemson. They are a powerhouse. They've been able to win games, and I think they're going to get the job done. Nebraska will beat the computer as far as Illinois. See you guys next week.